You had a thing you wanted to do.
You're warmed up. Yeah, I wanted you to forget about it. No, I'm kidding. We do need a song though.
Oh. Well, I can't take any of the Bad Bunny songs.
Yeah, but we're gonna. You gotta bubble through. You ready? Let's fucking. DeBÍ TiRAR MáS FOToS. Ojalá no se muden. Google Translate, I had to use it.
That's hysterical.
I cannot speak no Spanish. I looked up the lyrics and memorized the words so I can sing along when I hear it. It's not my fault. My parents did teach me. I'm New Yorican. This shit is not easy. That was the thing.
That was it.
That was it. Is that not pretty good?
That is really good.
I spent so much time like writing it down and stuff like that.
Yeah, you have to record that for TikTok.
Yeah. Welcome to Soft Launch, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with another episode. I am JC Mendoza.
I am Samantha Santos.
And we're here. We're in our second episode in the new setup. We changed the lighting a little bit.
We did.
So all of our Spotify listeners, get ready to do your weekly fucking trip to YouTube.
Yeah.
And boost the algorithm twice because we need it.
We need it.
Because you know what feels better than having like 200 views and then like 200 listens on Spotify? It's having fucking 400 on both.
Yeah, so be nice.
Hop over and let us know how this new lighting looks. We're still in the process of getting stuff to put on the walls, but we're trying like a warmer lighting.
Yeah, we're trying warmer lighting because it just felt like it was giving cubicle office last week.
Yeah, our shit, I mean, it was bright. It was beautiful. It was studio lighting.
It's not that this is just as bright. It's just more of a yellow lighting, and I feel like it might be better, but who knows?
Yeah, so you guys.
And we also got a remote to because last week it was so bright
as shit,
and we got because our original remote had broke.
Yes, our original remote broke, so we got our little logo a little bit dimmer. If you look to our left and our right, you're gonna see. Excuse me, sorry.
Yeah.
You're gonna see different little corner pieces because make no mistake, we forgot to water our peace lily this week.
Yeah, our peace lily is just having a go at it.
Yeah, our peace lily is not looking like a piece.
Yeah. Yeah. It's got problems.
Yeah, it's got
no peace problems only.
No problems always.
Yes.
Yeah. We keep our peace lily on the ledge in our podcast room behind some blackout curtains. And when I came in to look at the peace lily to see if it was ready to be on the podcast, it just said, "It's not a good day for me today.
Yeah. I have died.
I need you to water me and then bounce on it." We're just having fun, man.
We're just having a good time.
I haven't seen Nosferatu, but I have seen the whole movie on TikTok. It's who I am. It's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm excited for another fun episode of the Soft Launch podcast. A lot of stuff's been happening in the world, and I want to talk to you guys about it, but not before we tell you what's going on in our lives. In our first segment, one thing about we. What you got this week, baby?
One thing about me. One, I'm having a great hair day.
Yes, you are.
I don't know how it looks in the camera, but
hold on.
yeah.
She's slaying that shit up.
Yes, I'm just excited about it. I feel like my hair is finally back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, what else is I just had such a nice little busy weekend.
Yeah.
And I feel elated.
Yeah.
I had mostly good shows. I had one show wasn't amazing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that was the one Uma Thurman was at.
Yeah, Samantha performed at New York Comedy Club yesterday, and Uma Thurman was in the audience.
Yeah, and you know what I'm saying? She had a front row seat to watch me bomb. Yeah.
You didn't bomb. The crowd wasn't great.
The crowd wasn't great. Nobody really did exceptionally well, which, God, there was really nothing better than that.
Doesn't that feel better?
God, when you're hosting, and like hosting is, I think we mentioned it before, it's like you got to take the bullet, really. You're just like warming the crowd up. You're getting the crowd at their absolute worst.
A lot of times they don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, so...
you're the first person they see.
Yeah.
You're the first person they hear of. You're kind of, you're just on the front lines.
You're just on the front lines, and so many times people do not realize that the host is also a comic.
Yeah.
They just think you're a random ass person that came up on stage and is just talking.
Yeah. Like, buddy, if I was really hosting, do you think there would not be food around? What the fuck do you mean?
You think there would be a charcuterie board here?
Yeah. Do you think your mouth wouldn't be full of cheese right now, bud?
Yeah. Exactly. Little prosciutto.
Yeah, a little prosciutto. Fucking more to doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so many people come up to me like, you should be a comic. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But anyway, usually a lot of times like I'll have a bad, host set, and then like, the comics will
Not a lot of times, but it happens sometimes.
No. I mean, no. I most of the time have a great host.
You're a great host.
But sometimes you have a bad host set, but then all the comics do well, and it's just the name of the game.
Yeah, that's just how it goes.
But yesterday I was like, fuck. Like, it was okay. I had some pops, but it just didn't go my way. I was a little nervous. I knew Uma Thurman was in the room. I mean, the crowd really did stink.
Yeah.
And then every comic just did okay as well. And it wasn't like I was wishing on their downfall, but I kind of was.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like misery loves company, but it is nice.
It is really nice.
It is nice that you came.
Have a little guest.
It's nice that you came over and checked on me in my time. It's nice that we're here together. No.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's nice. I like that.
Yeah, we should do this more often.
Yeah, come over.
Come over. I love company.
Me too. I love a little misery this time of year.
You know what goes good with misery? Cheese and brie. And some red wine.
Yes.
Yeah, it's what it is. It was super cool that she was there. Uma Thurman, super tall.
Super tall, pretty.
Yeah.
So she was in the room with her son, Ethan Hawke's son.
Yep.
And yeah, it was cool. But then I hosted a show right after, so I did like back-to-back hosting. Don't want to flex.
No big deal.
No big deal. But I did 2 shows, and the second show just on fire. I mean, the crowd couldn't have been better. Perfect crowd. I was like, motherfucker, Uma, why'd you have to buy tickets to the early show?
Came to the late show, had a fucking blast.
Yeah,
but I think it was obvious her son was a big Sean Patton fan.
Huge. I announced Sean Patton, and someone screamed in the audience, and then when I got off stage, the manager at New York, John Michael, was like, that was Uma Thurman's son, like screaming for Sean. So I guess they came because Sean was on the show.
Yeah, super cool. And I feel like this weekend there was another Rihanna and A$AP Rocky went to the cellar and saw our homie Brandon Sagalow and Reggie Conquest. I think it's just something about the time of the year where motherfuckers is just outside watching comedy. And it's interesting because for some reason, if I was performing like in front of Uma Thurman, like, I really want her to like me.
Yeah,
obviously.
of course.
I want everybody to like me, but I really want Uma Thurman to like me. But when you think about it, really, truly just another person.
Just another person. But
so why does that even matter? And if they don't like you, who fucking cares?
I know, what I mean? But it's like,
No, I know. I'm not saying it like for you to think. I'm like, why do we care? Like, why does... When we perform every single day, we know how shit goes when it's good. We know how shit goes when it's bad. We know that we're good at what we do. And if one person who has success in an industry that isn't even our exact medium, why the fuck does their opinion matter? Like, of course, I'm happy that Rihanna thinks I'm funny, but what the fuck does that even mean?
I guess it's like acceptance of like another artist.
Yeah.
That's at like the highest level of their art. And so you're like...
Because it would mean something to me too. Like, I love being funny. I would love to blow up and get followers. But then like, if fucking Drake were to follow me, I'd be like, oh my fucking God, this is a big deal. But why though?
Well, just to be validated by someone you look up to.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah,
I mean, I don't necessarily look up to Uma Thurman, and make no mistake, I've seen 0 of her movies.
I was about to say, you've never seen an Uma Thurman movie.
I've seen Kill Bill. Not all of them.
I've seen it, meaning I've
changed the channel when I saw it.
I've looked over at who I was would be like, oh, what the fuck is her deal again?
No, I watched Kill Bill by myself.
Yeah, Kill Bill's, I mean, it's a good one.
I'm not a huge Quentin Tarantino gal. Not really for me. I mean, I couldn't have hated Inglourious Basterds more.
You would have a great conversation with Armani. He thinks fucking Quentin's a huge hack.
I'm like, what the fuck is this? Yeah. I didn't like it. I didn't see Django. People say it's good.
Django was a bit much.
Well, yeah. Doesn't he use the N-word more than like any other movie? As a person
who has used the N-word way too many times when he shouldn't have, that movie made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, they said it was like one of the movies where they use it the most.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know, but his movies are weird to me. Yeah. I don't understand what's going on, and I'm like, what? This is so ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I was just excited she was in the room, and then she was sitting like 3rd row, where if you are on stage at New York Comedy Club, you can't really see past the 2nd row unless you put your hand over your eyes, like to get the light out of your eyes. So I also don't know if at any of my big pops if Uma was laughing.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to seem like I didn't want to ask the manager because she was in the room the whole time. I wanted to be like, did she laugh at anything I said? But I was too scared.
Dog. And also I thought it was cool that no comic acknowledged that she was there.
No, you can't do that.
But can I tell you what I would have done?
You wouldn't have said it. You can't.
I wouldn't have said anything about Uma Thurman. I would have just been like, especially if it wasn't going good, that would have been really fun. Because we're like, guys, I'm just glad it's just us here. God forbid, like somebody important was in the audience, like a fucking movie star that could actually do something for my career. Like, God forbid, like I wasn't killing Bill.
Yeah.
And like I would just look in the back and like wink every time, just for them. And like, because if I'm bombing in the room, I'm already bombing.
Yeah.
But I would just say stuff to make them know that I knew that they were there without acknowledging it to everybody.
Yeah.
That shit would really bring me joy.
Yeah. I thought about saying something slick, but I was like, I'm not going to do it.
It's easy for me to come up with that because I'm not on the show. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get up on stage, so it's easy for me like, oh, I would have done this. When you're doing it, you don't want to fucking do it and then have it be awkward, and then you might fuck it up for the check spot or the comic before.
Well, it's also just like, you know,
it's got to be organic if it was going to happen.
Yeah, she wants to see the show in peace, and like, you know, I was like, I'm not gonna fucking say anything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That.
If she was sitting in the front row, it'd be different.
Yeah.
Like Phil Duckett was doing a show, and Randall Emmett. If you watch any type of reality show like Vanderpump, he was with Lala Kent.
Somebody had to have told him. I think somebody told him.
Who?
Because like that's a crazy visually to pull Randall. What's his name?
Have you seen him?
No.
Ugly guy.
Yeah,
it's hard to not know. And he was on. You didn't watch it when he was on.
Yeah, you're right.
He was on the show.
Yeah.
Really unattractive dude.
Like notable.
Yeah, that's like what's so funny is when Lala's talking about like I'm very picky about my type. It's like your man looked like the Beast. Yeah. You know,
your man looked like Big Ed.
No, exactly. Yeah. That's what notably. Like he looked just like Big Ed, just with a neck.
Yeah, your man looked like.
You understand? That's a little inside baseball.
I want to flirt with leaving that in.
It's inside baseball.
It's inside baseball, but it could get outside. I'm already not fucking working there. Who cares?
Who cares?
We'll see. I'll probably take that out.
Yeah, just to be safe.
Just because I'm a fucking puss.
Yeah, but
it is true though.
Yeah, but
no Justin. Yeah, that's pretty good actually.
You understand? But anyway, I had really good shows. I had a full fucking weekend.
Full fucking slate of shows for my baby.
Yeah, I had on Friday, I did a show with Friends and Lovers, and make zero mistake, I was like not looking forward to it because I usually hate that venue. Yeah. For some reason, like the crowd will be nice. Like I'll see them after and they're like, you were so funny. I'm like, great, I couldn't tell. You didn't fucking laugh.
Facts.
But they were such a good fucking crowd.
Awesome.
I also had to pretty much go up there cold.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, the show that it is, like
three hosts, no jokes.
They're just chatting. They're talking, and it's very difficult to like follow that.
Even for us on well, it's different for us on Soft Lunch, which you guys should come to. It's this Saturday, the 18th at 5 p.m. at the stand. Link is in our bio. Promo code Monroe for half off ticks. Anytime you have two hosts up top, it's more banter than actual comedy. Even if the banter is good, when they see comedy for the first time, they do have to adjust. Like jokes, like setup, premise, setup, punchline.
Yeah. They have to adjust, but this crowd really didn't.
Yeah, they were
and
they were ready.
They were so ready. I had such a good time.
Yeah, you went crazy up there.
And it was a great show. And then you got to end up doing a spot on that one. That was really fun.
One thing about me, I followed you around all weekend, and I got on a couple shows I wasn't supposed to be on.
Yeah.
That is not. I used to think there was nothing better, and now I think people just book one of us at a time because they know the other one's going to show up and they don't have to pay us.
Yeah.
That's what I think is actually happening here.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, it'd be great.
But yeah, so I did a show on Saturday. It was really fun. And then, on Friday, and then on Saturday, I was supposed to do a show at QED, which is like up the block from us. Yeah. But I had to cancel on that because New York hit me up to host another show.
Got to take that.
Another really fun show.
Yeah.
That I hosted on Saturday at 7, and then I went out with my girl Venetia. Shout out Venetia.
Shout out Big V.
And we went out for drinks. I got a little sauce. Met my baby. We had to go to my dad's house to get our milk.
Working the night shift.
You were working the night shift. You worked 2 back to back. Then we got to my dad's house because he got us some stuff from Costco.
Yes, and we got the fucking car.
Then we got the car and we fucking drove home.
And then where did we park it? We parked it right in our garage. We were living a good little life.
We parked that little Mack truck right in this. What is it? Your big Mack truck right?
Parked that Genesis Buick right in that tiny garage.
Yeah, it's not a Buick.
What is that? Isn't it a Buick?
No, it's a Genesis. It's a Genesis. Well, it used to be under Hyundai.
Oh, I thought it was Buick. I don't know.
No.
Oh, whatever.
But yeah, we parked in that little garage.
Yeah, it really is
make
a
it
little
cream, make it scream, out in public.
It really is a small garage, but we used it. It was a good.
And then so we're parking the car. I was also like I hosted a show, I drank, and then I had nothing left. I hadn't eaten. I was like. We drove home and I was silent the whole way, which if you know me, as you can tell from this podcast, a bitch likes to talk.
Yeah. If Samantha's silent for anything more than 90 seconds, she's either starving or she's mad at me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I wasn't either of, I was starving. And I was also just like, I felt like I had zero left in me.
Well, didn't we do something early on Saturday too?
I don't think so.
No, I guess
no, we didn't do anything. But I just was nothing left. And where JC's parking the car in the garage. I get out because like it's hard to exit the car in the garage, and I'm waiting there, and there's like a guy coming on the street, and he's like, I could tell he's drunk because he's singing, and he's just walking like zigzagging.
Yeah.
So he like comes up, like it wasn't like a creepy guy or anything. He like he walks up, he's got like a fucking fedora on.
When we park this car, I have to get out to actually open the garage and put it up. So Samantha's outside because you can't get out when the garage is parked. It's really slim. So Samantha's outside and I'm outside on the garage, so you could only see my back.
Yeah,
if you're this
you had
guy.
parked the car, you're closing it at this point. So the guy's like walking, he's fucking singing, and then he like gets up to me, and like all he could see is like the back of JC's head. He's like pulling down the garage, and he looks at me, he's like, "Evening, ladies."
Yo, I had no idea what he said. I just knew that he said something because I saw your face. And I'm thinking like there's this guy coming. He's by himself. We're on like the back avenue. Yeah. Like not that he was going to like do something, but I was like, oh, he was going to say something slick or creepy. So I knew he said something and I was like, what'd he say? And Samantha's like she couldn't tell me yet.
Because he was right there.
Yeah, so I like closed the garage or part of the car and I was like, what did that guy say to you? And then Samantha told me he was like, "Evening, ladies." And I was like, fuck, I wish I heard that.
I literally I just smiled back. I'm like, "Evening." Like, that is absolutely hysterical.
Is there, that's like a TV moment.
It was absolutely a TV moment.
Because, in his head, he's like, you're not going to get this reference, but like he's like Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 3. He's walking through the street doing a musical number. Yeah. Just like, bah, ba-da, exactly. Or like 500 Days of Summer. Like after he gets laid, do-do-do, ba-ba-ba. And then he's like, "Evening, ladies." Yeah. And I'm just a dude.
You're just a guy with a cock.
That shit is so funny. I wish that would have happened to me at the end of a horrible day.
Yeah.
Or even better, I wish that would have happened when we were like in the middle of a huge fight.
Yeah, it was perfect.
That would have been perfect.
It made me laugh, and I thought about it like that whole night. I was like, that was so funny.
I wish that was recorded.
Yeah, it was really great. But
that's my biggest regret is that I didn't hear it. I was like, that's perfect, because I know he kind of slurred it and he probably stumbled. Ladies.
And it's like, no, he like tipped his fedora. Yeah, it was so funny.
Oh, what a classic, man. So if you were walking around Astoria at around fucking like 2 a.m. on Saturday and you saw a couple curly-headed lesbians, thank you for your service. Yeah. You made our fucking day.
Yeah, you got a voice of an angel, honestly.
Scooter ba. I love that. I really do love that. New York is healing slowly.
Yeah.
I love that. That's one of the beautiful things about a neighborhood, because make no mistake, if you were by yourself in our old neighborhood, different interaction.
Completely different interaction. Yeah, the guy wouldn't have been singing opera, he would have been rapping.
Yeah. And he would have said the same thing, ladies, but he would have been jerking off on did it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, or he would have been saying mujeres, because it would have been a migrant. Would have been a migrant.
Yeah. He would have had a couple. I got to take it out. Of course I'm taking it out. But like, that's the type of time.
Yeah.
That's really mujeres. That's funny. Damn, that's good. Yeah, that's good. I love it. We're having a good time, ladies and gentlemen. Shit. Let me take a sip.
And what's your one thing?
One thing about me, another one for the Spotify listeners, maybe want to click back in around this time, because your boy went to the salon. He got a new fucking dude. He got a couple inches off. All right. I had a couple inches to spare. You know me. You know I keep those inches on me. Got a couple inches off. And I'm feeling hydrated. Yes. I'm feeling bouncy. Yeah. I'm feeling voluminous. Yes. I'm feeling like it's giving shape. It's giving layers. Yeah. And
it's giving brand new bitch.
It's giving brand new bitch. And make no mistake, you guys heard it. And you guys saw me like start this hat era. And make no mistake, that began because I fucking hated how my hair
Jay-Z hadn't gotten a haircut in 2 years.
Yeah, it was so long. But now it's like shorter. It's bouncier. It's easier to wash. Yeah. My baby styled it today. Yes. And shout out to Crow's Cut by Serenity. Yeah. That's who I went to last week. And this is a joke. This is not a joke. It sounds like a bit, and it's going to be a bit. So when you hear this on stage, don't get confused. But me and Ice Spice have the same stylist.
You do.
That's a fact.
Yeah, you and Ice Spice go to the same lady. And also just Gabby, if you're listening, sorry that you pay $100. Your brother paid $20.
Yeah, she charged you $20, but I gave her $100 because I was like, there's no fucking way. Yeah. But she was awesome. It was a great cut. And when you see me in the streets, just say, gra, keep it a stack. You know I got bands.
And if you can't say that, just say, evening, ladies.
I'm back. But no, I got a new little curly cut, and I fucking love it, man. I feel like I look great.
What do you think, you're the shit?
Bitch.
You're not even the fart.
I be going hard. I'm breaking their hearts like... Bitches be quick, but I'm quicker.
JC's red flag is that he thinks that Ice Spice is actually a great lyricist.
Unironically, Ice Spice makes really good music. That's not even a joke. If you're gonna tell me that you hear Ice Spice's music and you don't just start like bouncing a little bit, it's because you're a hater.
No, the thing is that you think she's a good lyricist.
No, I think her music. I think her songs are good. Her music, beautiful spirit. Beautiful spirit. But no, I do think her music is good. I like listening to it. It makes me feel good. It's nice.
No, yeah, I get that. But you like. We were like, I don't know if you go like Ice Spice did a little freestyle at the end of the year
on the radar. Don't disrespect it.
Yeah, and it was really bad, and it was like green eggs and ham, and and JC was like bars, and I'm like, come on, man.
My thing is when it comes to Ice Spice rapping, people don't understand because they're not from the gutter like me. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to my sisters and my mom and my dad. They did the best bringing us up the way they could. Yeah. When you're from the stream, when you're from Strong Island, when you're from Gully Stream, you know what I'm saying? Gunrise, shit is very real out here. So like when you hear that real shit, you just connect to it on a different level. You know what I'm saying? And like I've done a lot of work on myself to take myself out of that mindset. But listening to a real bitch rap, so brings that shit right back. You know what I'm saying?
You could take the hood out of the man.
You know what I'm saying? You
could take your man out of the hood.
You could take the man out of the hood, but you can't take the hood off my penis. I'm uncircumcised.
Jesus Christ. You understand?
Just having a good time. But man, I got the haircut. I got got my hair done and I fucking love it.
Yeah.
I think it looks so good. I have lived a life where I've had short hair. I've had long hair. I like having long hair way more.
Yeah.
It's way more fun. I feel like when you're a guy and you get out the barbershop, you are confident.
Yeah.
But when you get out of the salon after you're getting your hair done, you are arrogant.
Yeah.
And it is
different.
It hits different. I feel like I'm walking around with a pussy. I feel like I got something that everybody wants.
Yeah.
I feel like I got a fucking secret.
It feels good, though.
It feels so good. Because I used to leave the barbershop and be like, damn, I got this fresh cut, dog. I look good. Everybody wants me.
Yeah.
I leave the salon. I'm like, damn, I look good. And nobody's fucking good enough for me.
They
could fucking never handle this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Guys are funny. That we feel the best out the barbershop. And it's like, yo, where the bad bitches at? So show me the bad bitches. But you leave the salon, you are the bad bitches.
Yeah, you are.
Where's me?
It's nice, right? You're walking the street, you're like, y'all see this ass?
You see this fat ass and these girls not the only thing bouncing. Okay? That's what I feel like I went into the salon and I told my hairstylist to tell my curls that they must bounce on it.
Jesus Christ.
It's just what it is. My TikTok feed is full of Nosferatu videos.
Yeah, unfortunately, what I found out this week is that JC has a vampire fetish.
I do not have a vampire fetish.
JC has been watching Nosferatu. Is that what that's how
Nosferatu?
He's been watching like clips. He hasn't seen the movie, but he's watched it in full.
I haven't watched the movie, but I've seen the whole thing.
You've seen the whole thing on TikTok, which if you don't know, Nosferatu is like a vampire movie that is out now, I guess.
I don't even know.
And JC's been watching it and then explaining it to me, and it sounds like a porn that I'd watch. Yeah. And and the kid's I'd never been this horny. Yesterday, I got out of the shower and I was assaulted.
Your passion.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this kid.
I am an appetite.
Yeah. This kid is getting off to Nosferatu.
I was not getting off to Nosferatu. Kid is hung though.
Yeah, unfortunately, Nosferatu looks like the guy from Despicable Me.
Yeah, he does. He looks a little bit like Gru, played by Steve Carell. Steve Carell's hot. I'd fuck Nosferatu. So I don't make the rules.
That kind of a nose, I'd sit on it.
I'd bounce on it.
Yeah. So,
but I don't know what it is, guys. The TikTok is leaving, and I think it's China's #1 mission to get everybody to fucking watch Nosferatu.
Yeah, that's just the main goal has been.
So, is it a really good movie, or is it fucking Chinese communist propaganda? I have no idea. But when the TikToks come, I don't scroll past it.
Yeah. And now I don't know if it's because we share the same Wi-Fi.
I think that's what it is,
or what it is. But now I'm like, I have never searched a single thing about this. I didn't even know this movie existed.
To be honest, I think it's your fault because you follow an autistic guy who loves vampires.
Oh, could be that.
And that's what brought them onto this Wi-Fi.
That's true. That might be the case.
That's what it is. But I don't know. Sometimes I just get random movies, like full movies on my fucking like TikTok, and the girl that came up was like spoilers for a Nosferatu review. I'm like, you know what? I'm never gonna watch this movie. How was it?
Yeah.
And then motherfuckers is like, it's a fucking sexual allegory.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I'm getting it on my thing. I'm like looking and like the guy Nosferatu popped up. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And then like I listened to his voice. I'm like, get out of here, because I knew it had to be the guy. And then the first comment was, "You must bow."
Yeah, because the whole thing is like the girl is cursed, and the vampire is like, in order to free yourself from this curse, like, give yourself to me.
Yeah.
And like the TikTok community took that as like, you must bounce on it. Crazy style. It's an interesting story, though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, good plot.
It is.
Yeah.
I wish that when we were having sex, like, you could just go into character and do that just for funsies, but there's just no way.
I would do it. You can't handle that. You would get upset.
Okay.
I need distractions because I'm always on the verge of finishing. You're gonna get upset. You're like, yo, this is not a fucking joke, okay? You'd be more upset than me. I could do it.
You're a liar. I feel like we, right up until insertion, we're doing a British accent.
I know, of course. I know that. I'm saying I can do it.
I don't want you to really do that.
I know, because you can't handle the bit. I can get the full bit off and get my nut. No problem. It's of no, you ain't saying nothing but a word to me. You're playing with your nut at this moment.
Yeah.
And you're not willing to do that.
Yeah.
Not with the game on the line. Fourth quarter, clock winding down. You can't handle the pressure.
No, I can't.
I know. But I don't know how we got there, but that is my whole TikTok.
That is your whole TikTok, and you just been turned on, kid.
Yeah, it's who I am. I have a high sexual appetite right now. I love the new apartment. I love my baby. I love it. Life is going pretty good. Everything's going nice. Really good. You know what I mean?
Somebody's bouncing on it upstairs.
Somebody's bouncing on it upstairs, or they're just hearing us and they're fucking hitting it down, telling us to shut up, but we don't care.
Yeah, it's still early.
It's still early, you know what I mean? We're having a good time. And I feel like that's everything for us the past couple of weeks. But one more time, just before we get into our next segment, ladies and gentlemen, we do have our soft launch live show on the 18th of January. That is this Saturday.
Yes.
When you hear this, it's going to be Wednesday. In a couple of days, it's going to be Saturday. And on that day, we have soft launch at 5 o'clock at the stand. So use our promo code Monroe in the ticket link below to get your tickets. We already have a bunch of people coming. And it's our first live show in so long.
Literally since October.
Yeah.
And I can't. No, since September. October got canceled.
November was the festival.
And December we didn't. Yeah. And then, so super excited for it. Like, we haven't been on stage together in a really long time. I'm really hype about it. So come to the show. It's always a really good time. We have a really good lineup. It's just going to be a blast.
It's going to be a blast. Come through. We can't wait to see you guys there.
Really great lineup until our guest spot pulls up.
No,
just kidding.
That.
Just kidding.
Don't.
Except I'm not.
He's going to do great. It's going to be a great time.
No, it's going to be great. Okay. Yeah.
We can't wait to see you guys there. But with that, I feel like we've caught you guys up on what we're dealing with. So we might as well get into talking about everything that's going on in the world. Yeah. And also another quick plug before we jump into the segment. We did talk about the Joy Taylor Skip Bayless situation.
Yes.
The lawsuit. We did that on the Patreon. So go to www.patreon.com/softlaunch to hear our takes about Joy Taylor.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
It's really fun.
Yeah, we kind of go absolutely wild.
We go insane, and it's our longest Patreon episode. And I'm not bleeping anything out because it's going to be too much editing. But go to that. It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
All right, but right now we're going to get into a segment where we talk about stuff going on in the world, and our segment called I So Boom. And the biggest thing that's happening, if you can't tell from our little fucking decorative pieces we got around, Bad Bunny dropped a fucking album. Yeah. What do you think about it, baby?
Oh my God. I didn't love his last album. I don't even know what it was called.
Yeah. Shit. What was it called? I don't know, honestly. I don't know what it's called either.
But this one is just...
It's perfect.
Oh my God.
It's perfect.
It's perfect.
It feels good.
It feels amazing. And, I just immediately, as soon as the album starts, I'm like, oh.
Dog, even before you even press play, you see the name of the song and you're like, oh man, this has got to be good.
It's just so good. And it's like, obviously he has some songs that he normally does, like reggaeton, like whatever, but he has salsa in it. And it's just so fucking good. It like makes me feel like so connected with the island.
Yeah.
Like I feel like connected with my parents. Like even though my mom's Italian, but like we grew up like listening.
Your mom dances salsa better than my dad.
Yeah. My mom. Shout
out to my dad. My dad can dance too, but like my fucking mom, like your mom puts down.
No, my mom grew up with Puerto Rocks.
Yeah.
So yeah, my mom can dance, and like it just reminds me of like growing up, and I'm like, this is everything.
Yo, it is crazy. And if you're not Puerto Rican, just, fucking close your eyes and make believe for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a Bad Bunny love session. It is so crazy how I love when things like this happen, because I talk to you about this all the time. Sometimes I feel like I didn't grow up with that Latino of an experience, just because our neighborhood wasn't like super Latino. But when I hear like this album and I see people get so nostalgic about it, I'm like, nah, this was our life too. Like, dog, I can't hear a salsa song to this day without doing what my mom does every time. Every time. She used to do it on the steering wheel with her ring, and I'm like, I remember that. I know who El Gran Combo is. I've listened to their music. I had a El Gran Combo song as my MySpace song once.
No.
I swear to God, bro.
That's so funny.
I can't even remember exactly what it was, but if I search them, I'll tell you what it is. And I think it has something to do. Se me fue. That's what it is. Se me fue. Bendito se me fue. Señor, pa Nueva York. It was another New York song. I was like, yes, that was it. All right, but I used to listen to El Gran Combo. I know that, and I'm like, I didn't realize that like this is such a communal experience, and it's super cool to see people react to it.
I think my favorite thing is today you were taking a shower listening to the album, and like I hear you singing along with it, but my favorite is, I forget what song it is, but bing bing. I can hear you mad loud.
Bing bing bing. I think is that Huelita? I think it is Huelita.
I'm not sure which one it is.
It is so good.
But I can tell you like waiting for that part in the shower. Yeah.
Well, the thing about this Bad Bunny album that's really good, because his last album was good, it was just very heavy lyrical, and the thing about when you're rapping really hard in Spanish is that I just can't understand you. Just because I'm a Puerto Rican kid from New York, my parents didn't teach me. It's not my fault.
I mean, once I put on that album, I'm like, hey, where's the beats?
If I can't perfectly time it, then like it's gonna be harder for me to get into.
Unfortunately, if I can't bounce to it, I'm not gonna like it.
It's just what it is. And you could bounce to it, but it was much rap. It's more rap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? More trap, which is, he did get famous for that. So I respect it. It's just not like, I don't listen to that type of reggaeton by myself. I listen to it at a party. But this one is a lot more like groovy and vibey. And like there's just certain parts and certain songs that stick out. Like when we went to the string concert, the Bad Bunny Candlelight concert, like there's parts that like everybody mumbled through, and then there's parts that everybody sang. Like ran an ad lib or a fucking line that everybody knows, and this album is chock full of those. He really got back to, he didn't get back to his roots, he got back to mine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He made this one for the Latinos who can't really speak Spanish like that, but tell everybody that they understand it fluently.
Yeah.
He made this album for the what I call third word Latinos.
Yeah.
Every third word I was super tapped in.
Exactly.
So
yeah, he made this album on, I just lost my total train of thought.
I'm sorry, baby.
I don't know what the fuck I was going to say.
But yeah, this album felt way more my speed, which is nice. Because it's an intermediate speed.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a little slow. And I feel like he's doing more interviews in English now. Like it's cool.
Yeah,
it's cool because you know how it is, man.
Yeah,
Puerto Rican is a thing, but like when you don't speak Spanish or go to the island every fucking year, you feel like disconnected from it. But there's certain things that even not from the island and not speaking Spanish, you still connect to.
Yeah, well, because like Nueva York, we're from here. It's a huge. There's just a lot of Puerto Ricans here. Like I always say, like when I grew up, I didn't know there was any other type of Latino.
Yeah,
but Puerto Rican. Like I remember the first time I met a Dominican girl.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm from Dominican Republic. And I was like, what part of Puerto Rico is that? Like I couldn't even, I was like, what are you talking about?
For real, man.
I didn't know anything else. But that album came out, I think, last Sunday.
Yeah.
And make no mistake, you've been just speaking Spanish to me.
Yo, I want to be better about it, man. I just think Duolingo's fucking corny.
Yeah. No. So you've just been speaking Spanish to me all week.
I'm trying to like, I'm also like reading because honestly, if I can be honest, Giulio Gallerati knowing all the words to mad songs and like speaking well is like fucking me up.
Yeah.
Because like that's just effort. You just gotta want to do it. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm reading the lyrics in Spanish. I'm following along. I'm reading the translation so I know what the fuck I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I want to be better the next time I go to the island about like just honestly because I feel guilty from the short. You know what I mean? Like he put that short on. It was beautiful.
It was beautiful. To
be fair, anytime you put a fucking old person speaking Spanish, I'm gonna start crying.
Yeah, you put an old person speaking Spanish and you just put a coquita that also talks.
Yeah.
You can't put a coqui and have it speaking. I'm gonna die.
Yeah, 100%.
Concho.
Our kid's name's gonna be Concho. It's just what it is. The Concho sound is coming to Concho. That's gonna be a new sound. I don't know how I'm gonna put it or where I'm gonna use it, but that's gonna be a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you put an old person speaking Spanish, I'm going to start getting emotional. Yeah. The fucking coco.
And he was just so fucking sweet.
Yeah, man, it was really good. It was really nice. And I just...
Papachis.
Yes.
I don't know what that is. And also,
Neither did I.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know what that was, but I'm like, I mean, obviously I don't visit the island that much. I've never seen... I mean, I've seen places that are definitely more, I would say, gentrified. But I've never seen like a white person working there.
No, not like that. Yeah, that was wild.
I mean, it must happen. I'm not saying he's lying.
Oh, sure. No, of course. I mean, he would know better than us. You know what I'm saying? But the worst thing is that they were showing that cafe. I'm like, oh, that kind of looks nice. And they speak English? Where's that?
Yeah.
No.
But no, it's like the place that we went to, Juvia.
Yeah, that was super nice.
That was a really nice place. And I liked it because it was like the guy, as soon as you came in with your Queen's hat, he was like, where are you from? Like, and he was from Brooklyn, but he's a Puerto Rican guy and went back to Puerto Rico. It felt like when he retired. And he opened up this coffee place. So I feel like if you're going to put like a coffee place that has like more of like a spin on something that's more, you
American,
know, not American, but just more like
mainland
and more just more of today. Like it should be run by people that like
at least absolutely, it's Puerto Rican, have some sensitivity
love the island and they have roots there. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, just watching it just makes me want to like just be a little bit like more intentional about like just speaking, just doing small things that when I go there, like I'll feel better, but also make the people comfortable with my presence. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not ultimately, you know, I'm not like, I don't live there. You know what I mean? I don't want to go there and tour in the wrong way or like visit in the wrong way. And I never feel guilty about it, but I don't want other people to see, I don't want them to see me that way. My favorite thing is going to Puerto Rico and like, it must be a look. Like, I feel like it's a look. Sometimes people like look at me, they be like, welcome back. You know what I'm saying? That's so fucking cool.
No. I don't know I have never felt like once you say that you're from New York and you're Puerto Rican, they're like, welcome. Like I've never felt like here's a fucking tourist. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I've had people come up to me in Puerto Rico and ask me, where's your family from? Yeah. And like, then I tell them, they're like, oh my, like they immediately know. Yeah. And you know, like I have taken definitely a backseat visiting Puerto Rico with you because I feel like you speak Spanish better than I do. But like when I've gone there with like other people I've been with, I've had to like lead. Yeah. And like
that's exciting.
Yeah. And I've had people in Puerto Rico tell me, I have obviously don't speak Spanish well, but like I can definitely order food and things like that. Yeah. And I had a guy one time when I was in Vieques, I ordered food and then he started fucking rambling to me. Like he ordered food, he put it in, and then he just was trying to have a conversation with me, and I was like, ooh.
That's where. And
then I was like, he's like, oh, your accent's so good. I thought that you spoke Spanish, and he spoke English, and he was from New York and moved back to Puerto Rico. I love that. Yeah, and he was like, oh, please, and he was like, I'm from the Bronx, this and that, and we like just talked, we chatted for a while, and he was like, welcome back to the island. This is so nice, you know, like. I've never felt judgment being there.
Same.
And like a lot of times they ask you stuff about New York, especially if they're not from New York and they're from Puerto Rico. Like they want to know about.
That was New York. That was like our Uber driver when we got to Puerto Rico. Yeah. And like I felt like I was doing really well, like conversing with him, and I told him like, yo, I don't speak that well, so you gotta speak slowly.
Yeah, and he was great about it too. He said the same thing about English.
Yeah, there is what really makes me like really happy. There's such a communal bond between just New York culture and Puerto Rican culture, even like American New York culture. It's like being from there is like, it's like a mutual past both ways. That's why even when the fucking Tony Hinchcliffe shit happened, like you saw Schultz was like, he's not even like a progressive guy, but he's like, the reason that doesn't resonate is because people in New York love Puerto Rico.
Yeah, we love Puerto Rico.
Like even the Dominicans like it. Everybody's like, this is a generally nice place.
Like Andrew Schultz, and I hate to give that guy credit,
no,
but like
100%, but it's like a nice thing that he said.
If you're from New York, most people, like your first vacation is Puerto Rico. Like it's a quick plane ride. You don't need a passport. Yeah. It's a gorgeous place to go.
It's comfortable for them because they probably know so many Puerto Rican people here. You know what I mean? So like that is a super cool thing. I love it's just like a fucking, it's like a train. It's like a communal thing. Like even from New York, it's like a tip of the hat both ways. And I really, really fucking like that. And I say all that to say that the album is like, so I love it.
Yeah, I love it.
I love it. I want to dance more salsa. I've been practicing salsa when you're not looking, and sometimes when you are. Yeah. So, you know, I just, it feels super cool. I can't believe that, I like kind of forgot about that part of my life because I just never really thought about it as something specific to my life and family. Because my uncle, my dad's brother,
isn't he salsero?
He was a salsa teacher.
He taught Maha. Shout out Maha.
Yeah, shout out to Maha, man. Fucking
That's
Carlos.
crazy that you don't. Then
But it would.
Oh, he doesn't live here, but I feel like when he goes back, we should have him teach us.
He would love to. He would love to. So if my uncle Tito, if you're listening, he'll fly up to do it.
Yeah.
And I'll text him that I shouted him out. But like my dad used to bring us over there all the time. They used to try to get me and Tara. Gabby, I can't remember if she was with us, but like me and Tara, we would come from like a soccer game and we'd be in our full thing, and they would be like, "Come learn how to dance," and we'd be like, "No."
Yeah, just being.
But you know, we're kids and like feeling embarrassed that we didn't know how to do it already. These kids are so good. But I know a little 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I know which foot goes forward or which one goes back. I just want you to start spinning and put a woman in front of me. I don't know.
I remember my parents used to try to teach me, and like when I was younger, I'd be like no. But then when I was like 10 or 11, I was like okay. Yeah. Like you know, I wanted to learn, so I knew how to dance with them. But we dance salsa like side to side, not front to back. And then when I was like in my 20s, I took a salsa class, and like you know, anxiety was already here, and like I hate people looking at me, and like once I'm nervous, I can't find a beat. Yeah. For my life. Yeah. It's just like I used to take dance like when I was a teenager, and like they would teach us stuff and I couldn't because I'm just like so worried about all the outside noise. Then I would go home and be able to do every single thing they taught me. Facts. And the minute I would go back in front of people, I couldn't move. I'm like, I can't find the fucking beat.
Dog. I feel that's how it was when I learned how to dance bachata. Shout out to Jay and Armani. Yeah. I mean to Jay and Rollin. They fucking literally because I'd be in their parties and they were like they're super fucking hicked out Dominican dudes, and they play bachata for like an hour straight, and I'd be in the corner of my own home hopeless. You know what I'm saying? They're like, no, enough. We got to teach you how to dance, and they try. And Tiff helped me learn too, and But like them teaching me, it's so nerve-wracking because one, I feel like I'm supposed to know already because I'm Latino. And then two, it's like I get nervous when the eyes are on me and it didn't click. Like they tried to teach me for like a month and I couldn't figure it out. And then I actually went to Puerto Rico for a family reunion. Yeah. And on that trip, I was just like listening to Romeo like randomly, and like it just clicked like in my head by myself. I was like, oh. And then when I went back for New Year's, I was dancing and they were like, what the fuck is this? But learning.
Well, you can dance really well.
But you still got to figure it out. So I'm hoping to have that same moment with salsa. The only time I ever danced good salsa was at a 9 a.m. banger, and I was fucking obliterated. Yeah. But I have a video. I was fucking putting moves on. I did a spin. Yeah. Have I ever showed you that video?
I don't think so.
I got to show it to you. I was fucking dancing. I can't remember who with, but I was fucking busting it down.
I felt super inspired because I was watching this girl post a video of her. She was like, always wanted to dance salsa, but was always nervous to do it. Mm-hmm. So she's like, this is me in my first class. And I mean, she's terrible. Yeah. And she's like, this is me 2 months later. And she's doing so fucking good. So I'm like, it's just about, you just got to actually do it. Yeah.
Just and I'm like
anything else. We don't have to like we could literally go on YouTube.
Yeah, we'll probably do that. Or, we're going to.
My mom knows a million people that teach salsa.
Yeah, so does, and my uncle does too. And you know what we're actually going to do? We're going to have to call up Rollin, tell him to guide us through our shroom trip and teach us salsa at the same time. It's just going to be a one-stop shop.
It's just going to be a one-stop shop. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do it because I'm going to be so nervous because I just can't. It's going to have to just be me and you.
Yeah, it's just what it is.
You bring another person in here and I become like a full white woman.
Yo, you know what we're gonna do?
Find a beat.
We're gonna post our salsa lessons.
No, we're not.
On the Patreon, www.patreon.com. We will post one video.
No, we will not.
A quarter of Samantha and I dancing salsa for 15 seconds.
Yeah, we will post when we know what we're doing.
Maybe not. We'll see. But yeah, I just love the album and I can't wait to see it. He just announced that he's doing the residency in Puerto Rico. On my birthday.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but the kid's got to come to New York, no?
Well, I mean, you can't have the first song of your album, Nueva York, and you're not coming here? Yeah. And it's just, the concept of the song is like summer in New York. Yeah, baby, come here.
Yeah, you're going to have to come here. And it's just like, I get it, because the whole thing is like, I think it's No Quiero Ir de Aquí, like he doesn't want to leave Puerto Rico to do the thing, which is super cool. It's going to be awesome. But buddy, the first track is named Nueva York. You're going to have to bring your ass here.
So I guess he's doing his residency in Puerto Rico in July. I wanted him to come here in June. It's just going to have to be August. Yeah. So he's going to do his residency. He'll be here, I want to say, August 8th.
Yeah. Why the fuck not?
Why the fuck not?
And he's going to come and we're going to go. That's going to be our first, really... like Beyonce, we're going to do what we should have done for Beyonce.
No, what we're going to do though is whatever, because we know it's going to be the summer. What?
I just got an idea.
No, we're going to learn salsa before that.
100%.
So we'll be dancing.
I know how we're going to pay for the tickets, but I'm not going to say it.
With the Patreon money.
100% with the Patreon money. Make no mistake, we looked at the Patreon money, we realized we haven't been taking it out. I got a pretty couple bucks in there.
Yeah. JC's like, have you been collecting the Patreon money? I'm like, this motherfucker thinks I'm like,
I thought this bitch was just getting over on me.
No, and then I was like, no, I haven't even taken it out. It's just loading up in Patreon. Yeah,
and if we told you the amount of money, you guys would be like, damn, you guys are fucking poor.
Yeah, the fact that you think this is a lot.
It's not a lot of money at all. It couldn't even pay a morsel of our rent. But and that's like a year of Patreon money. But it is there, and it's gonna be used on something.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to Bad Bunny. Shout out to the album. All the visuals been great. I love the music. I can't wait to fucking memorize all the words and impress Julia Gallerati.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's happened. What else do we want to talk about?
What else do we want to talk about? We wanted to talk about something that's a little bit sadder. One of the more serious things that's happening in the world. The end of TikTok in America.
Oh, I was like, what? Yeah, I'm like super sad about it.
It sucks.
I'm not trying to think about it. Because yeah, like I know, people hate TikTok and like, whatever. I love it. I think it's so much easier to search for things on TikTok.
There's times
the search feature on Instagram is so bad.
Yeah.
Like if you don't know somebody's you can't find them.
Can't find them.
It's impossible. You can't find like videos geared at anything.
Bro,
it's
TikTok
so
is arguably better. It's a better search engine
than Google at this point.
Than Google, 100%. There's sometimes like I like post the gist of like I search the gist of something and TikTok's gonna pop right up.
Yeah,
the Chinese people got something fucking figured out.
They do. They figured it out, and the algorithm is just so good. That shows me exactly what I want to see, except for Nosferatu.
Well, you want to see it?
Yeah. But yeah, I'm sad about it. I feel like, I loved TikTok during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Pandemic, like I was on there doing dance moves. I didn't post anything.
Yeah.
But like it kept, like I would just record myself dancing.
Yeah.
Like, and then, never post it. Just put it in my drafts.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
Yeah.
I feel like my first ever viral anything before Instagram was on TikTok. It gave me like a boost of like confidence. Just a fun place to be. And I hate that this is what the government is focusing its energy on.
Yeah, I know.
There's like a million other things they could be focusing on. It's like, hey, kids are getting shut up in school. Maybe focus that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but those are American kids.
Yeah, exactly.
That's being carried out by Americans.
Yeah.
And while we don't support the work, at least it's fucking made right here in the USA.
Yeah, made in the USA.
Yeah.
But I'm just pissed off. I'm like, this is it. This is the thing. And then what I find hysterical is this all came about from Trump.
Yeah.
He was the one who was like, when he was in office, like, we're gonna do that. And now,
was it because of COVID or
I don't know, but the whole idea is that like
China creates a bad algorithm to make our people dumber, and
that they're like having us try to turn on our government.
Yeah.
I'm like, have you been to Twitter? Yeah. Like, have you been anywhere else? Yeah. Like, so that's the whole idea of it. And so it started with Trump, and now Trump has contacted, I don't know what he did, but he like asked like the Supreme Court to now delay it. And I'm like, now you're trying to be the hero. You're the reason why this is happening. Yeah. But also, fucking Biden signed too, like, end it. Yeah. And it's like, are y'all okay?
I think somebody just got an idea out that like, if you look at the algorithm in China, it's like all STEM, and like the things that they reward are like education driven.
We're stupid people. That's not because of our algorithm.
I'm not saying that China did this to us, but China exposed a very real underbelly not even underbelly. Like, this is kind of the side effect of the American dream.
Yeah.
Is that you got people reaching for it. The dream is to get rich doing something that you like to do. That's the American dream.
Yeah, and that's the part that I feel like is being lost on people is like people make their living on TikTok, and now you're taking away people's living.
Yeah, you
like are. That's really, really insane. Like, there's people that make a lot of money on TikTok, and it's not the same on Instagram or on any other platform. So it's like, we're supposed to be like, the American dream, and now you're taking that shit away from people.
Well, it's because this one they think it's like this dream was fucking made in China.
Corny.
Yeah, just like everything else we use.
Yeah, so are our cell phones. So is our sign. So is this couch, I'm sure.
Yeah, I never really had a problem with. I think that's just a generational thing. Like the Patriot Act and privacy. Like, I don't think anybody cares about privacy anymore.
Every time, literally, people are like, covered the camera on your phone and someone's watching you. I'm like, all right, let them see me be ugly and scroll. Like, I truly don't care. What are you going to see is just my double chin and me just fucking scroll. You're going to be like, this bitch has no life.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, if you want to see me jerk it, just come by at noon on a Wednesday. What are we doing, man? It's not that fucking serious.
If you want to see me jerk it, just send me Nosferatu TikToks. Yeah.
If you want to see me jerk it, just tell me to bounce on that.
Yeah,
it's just like,
I don't care. It's just corny. The whole thing is corny, and I'm hoping there's some type of extension that comes after
I feel like an American thing would be like, it would not be an American thing to ban TikTok. That's crazy. I think they're going to do it though.
Yeah, so they were saying this is what they can say, because if it passes, to get it reversed is
impossible.
So impossible. Yeah. So what they would have to do would be like, when Trump comes into office, he'd have to say that they're not going to enforce any penalties to Apple and Google for having the app on in their stores.
Yeah.
And so then we can download it. But that would have to be a risk that Apple and Google are willing to take because you have to like take this guy's word for it.
Yeah.
But you know, that would be the only thing. Just like we're not going to enforce this ban.
Yeah.
But they can't, like, it's so hard to reverse it if the Supreme Court passes it.
Yeah.
So, you know, we have a very conservative Supreme Court. So who knows?
We'll see. I don't know. What are you going to miss the most about TikTok?
Their recipes.
Yeah.
Really gonna miss that. All like my hair videos. Like I love watching, there's like this Puerto Rican guy that I watched that he's like all the way upstate and he like, I love watching him like blow people's hair out, make people feel good. Wig installs. I like to watch. And just like, I think TikTok has the funniest videos.
Yeah, they do. Cause they're the quickest. And also TikTok, man, this is gonna be like, I've let go with music. Like I like the music I like. I don't really check for too much brand new shit. But like with trends and slang and like creators and influencers, TikTok keeps me in the loop with like the children.
Yeah.
Like I would have never found out about streaming if not for TikTok.
Oh,
you know what I
really?
mean?
Oh,
like
yeah.
like
How are you
Speed
gonna
and Kai
watch
Cenat.
You're gonna have to go
wrestling.
on
I'm gonna have to
YouTube.
watch regular wrestling.
Or just watch your guy on
on YouTube and stuff. But like I got into wrestling because of TikTok. It's just one of those things where it's like it really just creates such an easy opportunity, like an easy entry point for brand new stuff.
Yeah.
Which is super cool. I think TikTok, obviously with, you know, there's bad things and good things with any platform, but like TikTok was like the best version of all the good things that the internet has to offer.
Yeah.
In terms of connecting you to community, introducing you to potential new things. It was just super.
It was.
Super
and I also feel like, you know, they're talking about like, oh, you know, that people are, you know, turning against the government. Like, have y'all been on Facebook? That's why I'm not on Facebook.
Yeah. Also, is there anything more American than being anti-government? That's Trump's whole platform. How he got in the office was being an outsider coming in because he was anti the government that was in place. It's such an American thing to be anti-government.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I'm saying? This country was founded on a revolution. I'm not even a big red, white, and blue guy, but like, that's like kind of our whole thing is to like take red, white, and blue. But no, you put anything more than one star, we got a fucking problem, buddy. Yeah. It's but it's what it is, man. It sucks. I think they're gonna end up like
extending it
out. They're not going to let it go.
TikTok is holding firm. Like they're not going to sell.
Yeah.
They're just not going to do it.
It would be stupid to sell.
They're not going to sell it. They have their algorithm is something that like no other social network can even come close to. They're not going to sell it. You know, and that is the thing. Yeah. Like the Supreme Court's like, okay, then just sell it then. If you're not, you know, you don't want to be banned, cool, just sell it. And they're like, nah. Yeah,
that's crazy. It's, you know, TikTok is a good app because we don't even have success on there. Like as creators, like we both have like 40, no, you have 60, I have 50,000 followers, but like we can't get a video to go viral on TikTok to save our lives, and we still want it to stay. I still wanted to say, it's a great, as a consumer, it's a good app.
It's a great app.
It's a great app.
It's a great app. I love it. I mean, honestly, I'm really going to miss their cooking videos.
Yeah.
It's like on New Year's. That's not New Year's, Christmas Eve.
I'm just like,
the salmon I made I found it on TikTok.
Facts. I'm just like, where am I going to get, like, and this is going to sound terrible, but where am I going to fucking get my autistic fix?
I know.
How am I going to see Darius's stims?
I know.
What are we going to, our guy in Dracula? I sent you a whole new autistic guy today. And I'm excited for you to see. Yeah. You haven't even seen him yet. You didn't even know what you're in for.
Yeah, and all our dog videos.
I know.
I think what I'm going to miss most
That's such a big part of our relationship,
man. We will literally be like, all right, let's watch some Tickies. And we like just sit and scroll through whatever we sent each other for like the last couple of days. Mm-hmm. So we're going to get that in before the 19th. Because then just we won't have an algorithm anymore. Yeah, it won't be feeding anything.
Reels really is it's like bad. Twitter. You find some good stuff on Twitter. So Reels is the fucking... Reels is hell.
Well, whatever you're finding on Twitter, they're getting from they just post a TikTok.
No, for sure, but like you still get them faster than Instagram. Instagram is a whole motherfucking generation.
Yeah, my friends will send me stuff they found on Reels, and it's like something I saw 3 months ago on TikTok.
I'm like, bro, you are just getting to demure.
Yeah, literally, it's exhausting.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hopefully they save the talk, man. It's a sad thing. RP talk. We'll see next week. Next week, I think it's going to be the last week. Maybe we'll go over some of our favorites here on the channel. Yeah. If you have a favorite TikTok, put it in the comments. We'll watch it, react to it, and give you something before it's gone forever. I know. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's sad. That's sad. Well, what are you gonna do?
With that being said, I think I saw a TikTok.
Because we had so much fun doing the TikTok do your job.
Yeah,
that was such a fun thing. You found another one that you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I found a video that said it was a girl talking about she's been with this guy for about a year.
Yeah,
and every time he talks about the future, he says, "And whoever I end up with."
Yeah, and we're gonna post that video here.
That to me is absolutely hysterical.
Yeah, you can't do
because
that.
I've absolutely been with someone who's done that.
Really?
Yeah.
Who did that to you? Who did that to my fucking sweet baby?
Yeah, the guy proposed to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted to make me feel
that on your toes. At any moment, it could be somebody else could be in your spot.
It's just
and you know who took your spot? Diabetes. Kid's fat. That's what it is.
Yeah. Just what it is. It's
that's crazy. You talking to me like that with 9 toes is crazy.
You understand? Yeah. But no, I don't now as a grown woman. I don't know what I would do if you started doing that.
No, I know what you would do. You have a fucking problem.
Yeah. What I would do is say yes to you if you proposed to me.
Only if it was in California. No, man. You would fucking. I think you'd give me one. And then you'd give me one and be like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, I would definitely call it out immediately.
And then the second time you would come out of whatever room you were in when you heard me say that, be like, is there a fucking problem here?
Yeah.
It would be an issue.
It would be a huge issue.
Yeah, you can't be non-committal about the future.
Have you ever done that?
No. That's mean.
It is so mean.
Because you're at that point you're intentionally doing that to make the person feel like they're not secure with you.
Yeah, it's true.
That's not a genuine I'm confused. I wouldn't even do that if I was just casually having sex with her. I just wouldn't talk about the future.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be like, yeah, my wife. To bring that up is manipulative.
Yeah.
Unless you're talking about you. You know what I mean? That's a crazy thing. I would never do that.
Has anybody ever brought up the future with you, a girl that wasn't?
Yeah.
And you had to just be not. Yeah. Tell me.
Yeah, I mean, in my line of work, that's happenstance. That's a thing. That's a.
What do you mean
that's occupational? Trying to have sex with people and not commit to them. That was my line of work. If you're doing that, you're obviously always at risk of somebody bringing up the future, which is the one thing you can't have.
Yeah.
We can talk about the past all you want. That's actually where I live. I live in the past. I'm barely present.
Yeah.
I'm in your past. I'm in your childhood.
Yeah.
I'm fucking hearing
the ghost of Christmas past.
I want to hear what makes you tick right before you take this dick.
Yeah.
But once we start talking about the future, then you start really.
And for that reason, I'm out.
Yeah. So I honestly, I would just deflect. I would never address what was said. If it was talking about the future, but yeah, that's cool. My mom one time said, I would just immediately bring it back to the past subconsciously because, once you start talking about the future that you're not ready to commit to, that's when they figure out that you're only here for a good time. Even because you can say, "Hey, I'm not here for anything serious."
Yeah, but no one takes that. Yeah.
But nobody listens to that anymore. Those are just words.
Those are just words. Every dude I've ever been with for a long term and told me they weren't looking for anything, I was like, sure.
Samantha, let me tell you something about myself. I've never looked for anything serious in my entire life. All right, and it's just what it is.
Just what it
doesn't make anybody a bad person. It's just who I thought I had to be.
It just means that you're an idiot, man.
100%.
Yeah, you're just a dummy.
I'm just playing with the hand that I'm dealt. You
exactly.
know what I mean? I'm fucking trying to get by, and anytime somebody's talking about the future, if you go along with it, you're cheating. You're not being fair. But if you're gonna go along with talking about the future and you're gonna be like, yeah, whoever I marry, it's like, motherfucker.
Well, you can't do that.
This person should fight you.
Yeah.
If anything, he's telling you that he doesn't want to be with you. That's what he's telling you. It doesn't matter.
I can't. It's wild.
That's a nuts thing to do. It's so disrespectful.
It's so disrespectful.
It's especially if it's your girlfriend, that's crazy.
Yeah, your girl. It's wild.
I would say that ironically, it'd be like, yeah, it'd be nice if whoever I ended up with cooked me dinner today. That'd be nice. I would do some shit like that, but I wouldn't. You can't be non-committal about the future. The person you're building your future with.
Yeah.
That's nuts. I could never. So you said you're
I've had.
What was your reaction in that moment when you felt those things?
I mean, I was like a 21-year-old idiot.
I know. But did you think oh my God, I better stay?
No, I was just fucking confused. I mean, there was so much that he would say that would make me feel wait, what? Yeah. There was something one time. I remember I had quit my job to take care of my grandfather. So I wasn't making any money.
Yeah.
And there was a sale in a store, a women's store. And I wanted something and he was like, I'll get it for you.
Yeah.
And he used to order it to his aunt's store Because if he wasn't home, like it would get to the store. So I remember telling him like, oh, just tell them like, you know, you ordered something for me.
Yeah.
Because it was like, I forget what store it was, but it was like girl club, maybe Forever 21, something like that.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't have to say it's for you. Like I could be ordering that for anybody.
Oh, brother.
And at this point, we were together for like 3 years.
Yeah, just going out of his way to be like, yo, I could fuck somebody else.
Yeah. And like, as though his aunt and uncle wouldn't question it. Like as if like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I remember just being like, what? And then that was like, we were together for like 3 years and I was like, you say stupid shit for no fucking reason. And I was like, what is the point of this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just like so dumb. It's just also the same thing like, you know, you have people like the type of person that he is today, I'm sure is the type of person that's like, I'm going to call you whatever pronoun I want to call you. But it's like, yeah, you had no problem calling your female friends they. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know, all the time.
Wow.
All the time. Yeah. I'm with a friend. Wow. They said this.
That is a really good observation.
Yeah.
Like you don't believe in gender pronouns until you hanging out with that bitch. Everybody's a they now.
Yeah. It's like, you know, fuckboys are the most progressive guys. They've been using they them years for years.
Yeah, nothing will make you progressive like trying to fuck another bitch.
Yeah, exactly. They were using they them in 2009.
Holy
you know what I mean?
Shit. Yeah.
They had non-binary friends before. That was cool.
Dog, I was with my coworker and they was going crazy. They was buying me shots. They was filling up on my titties. Yeah.
I'm with a friend. They say hi. Who are they?
Yo, that's crazy. Yeah. I never thought of that.
Yeah. Oh, please. So it's that kind of
guys will go to any length when they're trying not to get caught in something, or like when they don't want to say the thing,
or just to make you. I mean, guys will go to great lengths just to make you feel insecure.
Yeah.
Just because they feel like that's gonna keep you there. Yeah. And then it's like, hey guy, I'm gonna grow up and I'm gonna realize you got 9 toes.
Yeah.
I could do better. I could get a guy with 10.
That's it. He could put them all down for me. 10 toes down. It's what it is.
Yeah. And just like, come on, man.
Yeah. You got. I mean, I don't like to call myself a fuckboy. Like back in the day, I don't feel like I'm like a reformed fuckboy. I feel like I was the same person. But as somebody who knows the game and how it is manipulated and played, you can't let these motherfuckers be non-committal.
No, you can't.
Or it behooves you to not. You can, but you know what's happening.
Yeah.
Be in control of the decisions you're making.
Well, here's the thing, is that as a woman, we always know what's happening. We just always hope that it'll be a different outcome. Yeah. We always hope that we'll be like...
I feel so bad.
We always hope we'll be the exception, not the rule. You know what I mean?
I feel so bad for you guys.
Yeah, it is not easy to be a girly.
It sucks, man.
It's not. I mean, honestly, our big conversation happened because I tried to talk about the future. I tried to be like, hey, do you want to come with me to Mexico?
And I was like, yeah, well, like, I ain't never thought of it like that. We only been chilling for like 9 months every day.
Yeah, I'm just with you every day. I'm just in your bed right now.
Yeah, can you actually pass me my toothbrush from your bathroom? That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're like, you know what? Let's talk. I'll talk to you after I walk the dog.
Yeah.
After I walk your dog.
After I walk my daughter, I'll figure out if I want to fucking marry her mother. No, that's insane. But it's true. It's crazy.
It's true.
We're not screwed in kids, but that's a pretty big red flag and something at the very least bring up to him right before you leave him.
Yeah, it's just, I can't. She also looked young. The girl in the video looked young. So it's like, you honestly, to be 100%, like, I would never, like, I have had horrendous shit happen to me in the past with other guys. I wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah.
I would change my last relationship because there was no love there. So I don't feel as though I learned much, but not to put up with, like, to not be with somebody I don't love. That was like the thought. And it's like, that should just be fucking something, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe I did learn. I did learn that I have to choose myself over other people. But I really wouldn't, like, you know, it ended up horrendously. It fucking changed me as a person, but I wouldn't change because you have to learn those things. You have to learn. And like, it's unfortunate that you have to go through those things, but I'm like, being with somebody who was so manipulative, like it sucked, but I'm also like, you kind of, unfortunately, we don't live in this utopian world. Most people are manipulative.
Yeah, 100%. And even unconsciously.
Like, unconsciously, I'm glad I dealt with it in my early 20s. Before I got older, because I could have met that man later in life. Yeah. Not him per se, but someone like him.
That type of person.
And I would have not known anything. I'm like, I'm glad I got it out early. Yeah. I'm glad I met it early. I'm glad that I did it in a time where I was kind of still, my frontal lobe was still like figuring itself out. And because once it was formed, I was like, this motherfucker stinks. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad it happened. I wouldn't change anything.
Yeah, you have to learn. There's no better teacher than life experiences. Yeah. Because you can see things that your parents did or that your friends did and like take take things away from that, but there's nothing like going through a thing that's going to teach you
a lesson.
Because when you feel it, it's different. You know, that's what actually forms the thought.
Exactly. And like people always like learn from my mistakes. Impossible. You can't.
You can't. Otherwise, kids would never fuck up.
Exactly.
Because they would just listen to everything we told them. But things only make sense to people when they make sense to people.
Yeah.
You can't make sense of something for somebody.
Yeah.
It has to click for them.
You have to make your own mistakes.
Yeah, you have to.
You just have to. And a million people, like, actually, no one honestly ever told me that I was making a mistake with like my ex-fiance. But like, even if someone did, I would have. Well, yeah, they did. My brother actually warned me and I didn't believe him. But he was the only one. But like, even knowing that he was a fuckboy, and I knew all the stories about him and everything, but I was like, it's gonna be different with me. Yeah. And to be honest, he did cheat on all his girlfriends. He did wait for me to be his fiance to do that. So it was a little different for me.
So I got my ego stroked.
Yes.
So
I did get a ring.
I still got a ring.
Yes.
And then I pawned it.
I did pawn it.
Yes.
Yes. On I do know I don't.com.
Yeah. I pawned it for less money than we have in the Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I made mad good. I made $8,000.
God damn. Well, that's a nasty little footnote for me going forward.
What do you mean?
I know where the bar's at. Pissed.
No, yeah, that's because it was a natural diamond.
Yeah, different time.
Yeah,
different epoca. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you gotta learn your own lessons. You gotta live life and figure things out because something can't make sense to you before it makes sense to you. It's impossible.
No, it's impossible. So it's just what it is. I mean, it stunk and like I didn't feel great at the time, but it's what it is.
Honestly, feeling like shit is an integral part of the process.
It's such a big part of the process.
I think it's just when you can't get too deep in that. Like you can't. Feeling like shit and believing that you are shit are two totally different things. You can feel terrible, but if you can't let that become your person.
Yeah, no, 100%. Also, this is what I feel like. Because I think, what is it they say? Your frontal lobe is fully formed at 25? 26. Yeah, you can't be having...
You know what happens? I think once you get off your parents' insurance, shit gets real fucking scary real fast. Yeah. And you don't have time to be a dumb bitch no more.
Yeah, if it is 26... things started clicking for me like at 26, 27. I started being like, I don't think I want to be here. Yeah. Yeah. And it's for real. Like, so for me, it's like, if you're with a dude that's doing those things, I'm with a friend and they are this. If they're using, they and them.
Non-specific, non-committal.
Non-specific, they're using they, them. If they're saying like whoever I end up with, you gotta got the cord. Yeah. You can't be doing that in your 30s, 40s, 50s. Yeah, unfortunately, you gotta do better. If you're with somebody that you know is not your person, and you can't be settling after 25, you just gotta, and I did it. Yeah. This is not speaking from a place of being higher up. I'm not looking down on anybody. I've been there, done that. Yeah, from unfortunately,
learn from my lessons.
Yeah. Like, because I did it in my 30s, not a good choice. Learn from my don't do it. It's such a waste of time. And it's like, obviously everything all works out and I would have never met you had I left earlier. Maybe I would have. Yeah. But,
we would have met, but you probably would have had to leave your husband.
All things in God's time, whatever, or whatever you believe in. But I wish I would have stayed. I wish I would have not been with him and just stayed single and I would have been way happier, way better. And for him too, I just dragged somebody along.
No, for sure. I'm everything that happened in your life made you who you are, and you're the beautiful person that I love. So I'm not glad that bad things happened to you, but the way that things happened is how they were supposed to happen. And I'm happy that you learned a lot from that relationship. And I'm happy that you weren't single, because if you were, then your body count would be higher. And I wouldn't look at you as high value woman.
Yeah,
that's what it is. You understand what I'm saying?
Don't worry, I got a lot done in a short time.
You fucking whore. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel like that's a perfect place to end this episode. Thank you so much for listening to the Soft Launch Podcast. I had a blast. Please, you had a fun time, baby? Yes. You do the outro this time.
Guys, make sure that you come to Soft Launch this Saturday, January 18th, 5 p.m. at the stand. Buy your tickets in the link below. Promo code Monroe for half off tickets. That's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
And we also have In Rhythm. Yes. I don't know the date, but
26th. It is January 26th, Sunday.
8 p.m.
8 p.m. We have our lineup. I'm going to have the ticket link for that in this bio as well. Use our promo code Boogie for half off tickets. You're really going to want to use them for that because those tickets are expensive.
Yeah, BOOGIE. For those tickets to get, I don't know how much off, but come to our shows. But this has been a blast.
Yes.
This has been Soft Launch. I am Samantha Santos.
I'm JC Mendoza.
Bye.
Peace.